You can be with it for a while, but in the very nature of the reality, it is also changing. Situations are changing, the feelings are changing, and your capacity to be with it also changes. So bring awareness to it in this way so that it becomes more a conscious process. And you are not trying to put anything in such a way that you are making a definition of yourself. You are not trying to say, I am like this or I am like that. Just notice that this is all what is arising. This is what comes up. This is what I notice. This time the reminders are very simple, very basic. And in fact, both the reminders are so deeply interconnected that one can almost say one should do it together, but it's better for the sake of practice to do one and then afterwards in the next gap, the second one. So in this way, you take for each reminder about 5 minutes. The reminders are very simple. Consider, what is it that what is so joyous for you, what makes you so happy, what is so fascinating, what is that what you would like to have it, and where your interest, fascination, desire is very much focused or very much arising. Let it come into the consideration. Stay with that and look at its reality as carefully, as wakefully, as deeply as possible. That means that you look what are the factors connected with it, what are the possibilities, what are the factors connected with the body, what are the factors connected with your practical reality and how nature is working. And after you have considered it some moments like that, just also remind yourself, this also is a passing phenomenon. Because one cannot settle anywhere. That is in the nature of the reality. And this is what will be very valuable when it becomes more conscious and real through your consideration, not because you are hearing it many times, but when you consider it and it becomes conscious to you, transparent to you, that you see that it is so. That the transitoriness of everything, even the most beautiful, even that what is so fascinating, so enchanting, you cannot settle with that. You can be with it for a while, but in the very nature of the reality, it is also changing. Situations are changing, the feelings are changing, and your capacity to be with it also changes. So bring awareness to it in this way so that it becomes more a conscious process. And you are not trying to put anything in such a way that you are making a definition of yourself. You are not trying to say, I am like this or I am like that. Just notice that this is all what is arising. This is what comes up. This is what I notice. And this, it may be the same feelings coming up, but do it for the next 3 weeks. Each day 5 times. Each time taking about 5 minutes for this remembrance. It may look a little absurd because you may think that it will be the same thing which is coming up. But each time you will also see something more deeper. You will be able to consider it and feel it in a different depth. your understanding will deepen through the ongoing and persistent way of staying with it. And now the second reminder, which is very related to this, that is the other side of the coin. What is it that you find is very unpleasant, difficult, which you imagine as the worst thing that can happen? And what are the things connected with it? How much you are holding to your concepts, beliefs, what all things are undercurrently there with it. And also the tendency to not have anything to do with that what is uncomfortable, painful, which creates sadness, which creates helplessness, where one wants to immediately run away. So bring the attention to this aspect also. Look at everything as wakefully and deeply. And after considering for some moments like that, then remind yourself, this also passes by, because everything is changing in life. And when you are not going into giving energy to it, when you are not identifying with it, you also realize that you gain a distance inwardly to these processes, because it is not your inherent nature. And this is a very important factor when it becomes your own realization, not because I am saying it to you, but through your own observation, you can see that all these feelings are there, all these things are there, which you can watch. And you can watch without identifying with it. This is so significant that you deliberately let it come into your conscious level. And through that, you are indirectly befriending the wholeness of life, the pleasant and the unpleasant. You are not choosing one against the other. In the process of doing, you notice that something is becoming more relaxed in you when you are working with both these reminders. So 5 times the first reminder, 5 times the second reminder each day. You can distribute it in different ways during the day. Every second hour or something like that, where you look, where you find the right occasion, right time. And even if you are here and there traveling, you can still be with it. Working here or working there. Just take some moments as if you are making a gap for that people who are into smoking. They make a smoking break, a little break for tea. So in the same way, you make an awareness time to deepen the awareness, to bring attention, to bring the quality of presence as deeply, as wakefully, as deliberately as you can. So these 2 reminders will be very significant, very valuable when you work with it. And even though it looks so simple, but you are working with something very, very basic, because in befriending the wholeness of life, with the pleasant and the unpleasant, accepting it, you enable yourself to transcend. That is an indirect process. That is not what you are trying to do, but it can happen. That you start recognizing life more in a mature, in a riper way. So work with these both reminders at least for the next 3 weeks, and look what it enables you to see, to get clear about.